Now we invite our third speaker for this session, Mr. Akash Shukla, who is Chief Manager Information System BPCL, who will be speaking on strengthening oil and gas security, IT/OT convergence, and OT SOC ventures. Stage is yours.
Thank you. So, good afternoon. Before I begin, I really appreciate Dr. Suresh. The way he was talking, it made me just, I was thinking I was in my class, my physics class, where I was just thinking that infinity, then that Heisenberg principle. I was recollecting all those things. So I could not able to understand much of that, apart from AI and CNN, which is topic of my interest. But sir, it was hats off to you, the way you have explained. And he was talking with a smile in his face continuously. Like he was telling some story. For me it was just like, क्या बोल रहे हैं? But he was just flawless. Like, I was just wondering कि कैसे कर रहे हैं? So coming back to my topic, so I'm really, I can say, not tense, but I'm pretty much loaded because the way Vikram sir started, then took over by Suresh sir, just like Boeing 777. So now I'm thinking, what should I do? So I'll make it simple. I'll not going to go to their level. They are Star Wars. I'm a beginner, so I'll do my own way. So I'm from BPCL. So basically, today I'm going to talk about the cybersecurity. And before I start talking about cybersecurity, I would like to talk about my company. So basically, I'm from second largest oil marketing company in India, and we are having almost 14% refining share in India, and I can say we are not only in downstream, we are in upstream, we are in downstream, plus we are in refining also. And just to share the journey, we started early 1928 as a Burma Shell, where the company only used to sell the petrol or diesel in India. Then journey started in 1955. First refinery we have established in Mumbai. Then we have gone to acquiring Kochi refinery. Then on to 2008. Then we have conferred as Maharatna in 2017. And then we ventured into petrochemical, where I was one of the members who has commissioned the petrochemical project in way back in 2021. And then so on, we have taken over Bina refinery, BORL, now Bina refinery. It was with Bharat Oman refineries, now they're with us. And now we are going on. I just want to say a small thing over here. As you can see right hand side, there I am talking about the profit. 2021, I can say precisely, when Government of India was in the process of divesting the stake in BPCL. They have sorted the EOI, lot of people came, then because of some geopolitical reasons, or I don't know what was the exact reason, deal could not have happened. And the price which Government of India was aiming was approximately $7 billion for divesting their stake. 2022 onward, last 3 years, we have made more than the profit what Government of India was anticipating way back in 2021. And last year, Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri, he has said on record, when one of the oil marketing majors, he was talking about what is your plan about again divesting your stake in BPCL. He said in Hindi, and you can watch on YouTube also, मुझे को जितना पैसा मिल रहा था उससे ज़्यादा इस कंपनी मुझे प्रॉफिट दे रही है, तो why I want to sell my company? So that's what I want to insist, put right now. So these are our asset portfolio. We are into petrochemicals, we are into the marketing, we are into the green energy also. We have established successfully 5 megawatt green hydrogen plant recently in our Bina refinery complex. And we are having a lot of ongoing project with 330 megawatt, out of 330, 160, 154 already we have operational capacity, and Otherwise, we are going to make it. So these are your ventures, subsidiary ventures. I won't waste much time over there. So since I'm sitting in Mumbai Refinery. This is Mumbai Refinery, some highlight. Can I get some light? I don't like keep standing in one place, so sorry. So basically, last year I was talking about, I was here in the same forum and I was talking about digital twin. And since I started my journey as a developer, then I have switched to an integrator, then system implementation, then cybersecurity. And while doing the automation, I was closely dealing with the IT OT applications, historians, basically your advanced process control systems, which is very tightly coupled with your OT environment. And when I was working over there, I found one thing is that it's very, I can say, very easy to say, I am having a historian sitting in OT network. You just plug it and give me a data. It's very easy to say. Yes, you can do it also. You are doing it also. But we are not understanding the amount of vulnerabilities, amount of risk you are inviting just opening your gate to the OT system without having a proper check and control in the place. So that was triggered me to venture into the cybersecurity field, and last 5 years now I am working in that field. And before I deep dive into that things, I just want to tell that we have a robust digital initiative ecosystem, and we are progressing it. And not only AI, ML, we are into the AI, we are into the robotics also, and we are doing a lot of new initiatives in that forum. That is ongoing. So then we came to IT OT convergence. I was just talking about, before I begin, like how our GDP is increasing. Now we are, I think, fourth largest in the world. Now recently we have surpassed Japan also, no? And last year we have surpassed Russia also. And now we are third largest in terms of cyber attack. So like how our GDP is growing, our status is also growing. We are being attacked. So, and very soon, next year, before we are going to overtake Germany, we are going to overtake China also. So as of now, US, China, then third is India. So hopefully, and very soon we are going to overtake China also, not in terms of GDP, but in terms of attack. So why it is happening? And why you can see China and India basically are being attacked. US is being attacked because of obvious reasons. Why China and India are being attacked? And China and India followed by Indonesia, then followed by Malaysia, if you can, Brazil. All those emerging economies are being attacked. Why? Because I have experienced this. It's not something which I have read something. People like me or people like my bosses, they are going to have conference like ARC, Gartner, and so. And people like Dr. Suresh, then our Vikram sir, and a lot of people who are talking about AI, they are talking, we have done this, that, and they are coming back and they are saying, hey, I have gone to that forum, they have done a very good job, they have implemented AI, ML. Just do it. How? Don't tell, just do it. It's very easy, do it. So, requirements are keep on coming. People are now just talking about AI. Morning, Ganpati sir also was talking about 3 years ago, one session. 2 years ago, half day. Now this time, we are talking about AI. Everyone wants to get their hands on the AI. We want to digitize our ecosystem. At what cost? We are not, I can say, either we are not knowing or we are knowing and we are going ahead. That's why IT-OT convergence is required. Since IT is dealing with the data part, OT is having a basic process, and the process is the place where data is coming out. So we need to protect the junction or juncture where the IT and OT is meeting. So basically, if we are able to tap, if we are able to put the sufficient check and measures in that area, not only we are going to have a cost saving, we are going to have a lot of synchrony between IT and OT world, and then we can also leverage the data which is coming from OT effectively in our all the AI, ML or other initiatives. So I just talk about that. I want to just talk about IT-OT comparison. It's very easy. In IT world, you are having a SOC, which is very much available, working fine from last 10 years. You are having all the EDR, your endpoint detection response tools are there. You are having a patching mechanism which is there. You are having a firewalls. You are having a lot of, I can say, network IDS, IPS things are there. Can't it be implemented in OT side? Yes, it can, but not the way we want to do it. But not the way the things we are doing in IT world. For example, in IT, we are having an IDS, IPS. IDS basically it is an intrusion detection system. What it does, it detects some intrusion, then it alert, and then IPS, what IPS does, it block it. Yes, you can have IDS at OT. You can't have IPS at OT because many signals which are coming and passing from your Modbus to your server, they may be genuine. Maybe your IDS IPS system is not tuned properly. So your IPS is going to just block those system or signals because IPS or IDS they are working on either signature based or heuristic based. So you can't have IPS just like how you are having an IPS in the IT system. That's the one more thing which we have to think about before just doing a copy paste from IT to OT world. Then, like in the morning in the NTPC session, they have spoken about CIA and AIC. So in IT we are following CIA and in OT it is AIC. So basically in case of OT I require my plan to be up and running at any given point of time. So yes, I can able to compromise the confidentiality of my information, but I can't compromise my plan to be running. So the requirement and I can say the demand of both the domain are very distinct. So we need to have a different approach. That's why we are having the OT security as a separate stream altogether. And like Vikram sir was mentioning, that IT people, they are going to do their job. They are not going to tell you that no, you can't do like this, you can't do like that. But they are not having the expertise of the OT domain. They are not able to understand or complement or comprehend the challenges which are coming to the OT side. So you require a separate OT ecosystem, OT security system put in place which can basically or specifically going to talk about the OT security per se. So for that, what we want to have it. So before, what are our challenges? Before I go to challenges, I want to talk about the 2-3 basic attacks. Generally, what we think, IT, OT, once you are connecting your OT to the IT, attack is going to happen. Yes, but not always. Not always. Just take an example of very first, Stuxnet, Iran. Everyone must have heard about it. Whether Stuxnet attack has happened via IT, OT from IT side? No. It has happened that someone has put a USB pen drive in their one of the HMI machine. There they are having a lab where they were keeping the centrifuge. I think people are knowing centrifuge. It's a basic, I can say, element which is used for making a nuclear bomb. So what happened? This virus, once they have attached the USB in one of the HMI machine, it was having a worm, a Stuxnet worm. It has replicated and it has taken the control of the PLC. And how it has taken the control of PLC? The PLC, they were connected to a server, they were running on the Microsoft Windows operating system. It has exploited the vulnerability, 0-day vulnerability. 0-day vulnerability, it has exploited. And then attack has happened. And it has destroyed 1/5 of the centrifuge which was available over there. So in this case, attack has not come from IT, it has come from OT itself. And someone has not triggered it. One fellow, poor fellow who was doing his daily job, he has gone to the office, he has just wanted to copy paste certain files and it has happened. So you can't always say because I am connecting to IT, attack is going to happen. And why I am raising this point, because recently we had an audit from one of the government agency, I can't name it, and we got a recommendation. And what we got a recommendation is that you have to put the air gap mechanism. They have seen that we are having a historian, we are taking a data from our OPC servers, from a DCS server, and they have given a recommendation to our HQ that air gap has to be put in place. So once I say air gap has to put in place, boss, if I am air gapping my network, I am not able to get any of the data out from OT world. Then what is the point of putting so much money in DCS system? I can go to the manual process. I can do all those things. So we had a discussion with them, and we had 2-3 rounds of discussion, and we have convinced them. We don't want air gap. We can have this integration with suitable check and balance which is make. So that's what I am going to talk about. And one more thing I want to just mention over here before I move forward. You can see the point number 2, Toyota Motors. Attack can happen from your third party supplier also. It may not be attack on you, but it can be attack on your ecosystem. Like in the Toyota Motors case, they are having their supplier, Kojima Industries. They have struck by the IT cyber attack, and they have to shut down their entire business. And they were supplying a very critical part to Toyota on daily basis for making their manufacturing of their cars. Since they have shut down, Toyota has to shut down. They are forced to shut down. So it is not necessary that you have to strengthen your security practices. You have to take your partners also along with you. So when you are doing something at your industry, you have to also talk to your partner. Boss, I am doing this. You also require that part. So you have to take them also on board. So quickly, I'll just take you what we have done or what we are doing differently. So this we have covered almost. Basically, before we have started our journey, generally typical if you go to any organization who are not having much of the, I can say, focus about the OT cybersecurity, their OT network will look like this. They will be having a layer 0, where all the actuator sensors will be there. They will be having a layer 1. They will be having a DCS systems, PLC, SCADA will be sitting over there. Then L2 network. Then should they L2 say L4? They'll be going to L2 to L4 because they don't bother why I have to do all those things. So once what we have done over here, as per the IEC 62443 and as per Purdue model, we have designed our network architecture in the OT side in such a way that we have placed the component where they are supposed to be. Segmentation, network segmentation is the key. One of the key pillars of having a proper OT security practices. We have put the DCS systems, we have put the critical systems in such a way that they will be functioning as per our expectation, but at the same point of time, they will not be exposed to any of the traffic which are not intended to reach with them. So we have introduced layer 3 and layer 3.5, where in the layer 3 we are putting all the auxiliary systems which are working as a support to my DCS and my primary systems. In L3.5, which we are telling it as a DMC, there we are putting all the systems which has to talk to the IP network, not internet. So we have strictly we have enforced that none of the OT system can talk to internet directly. It has to talk to the IP system, and those systems will be in layer 3.5. So apart from that, so this is a typical diagram like how it was used to be, now how it is used to be. Whatever I have told in my previous slide, you can see we are having this is a layer 2, then layer 3, this both the layers having a segregation via your OT aware firewall, they are having a IDS, IPS, anti-malware, web filtering, all those subscription inbuilt. Then we are having a DMZ firewall at 3.5. Then I am coming to IT network. Then I am having a corporate firewall and other things. So that's how we have made our network diagram or the architecture. And apart from that, what we are doing is that Now, all the research systems, they are legacy systems which are not being updated like how it is happening in the IT case. So now what we have told to our all the research OEM, Yokogawa is one of them. So we have told that days are gone, then you will be allowed to come and manually going to apply the patches. You have to give me the patches online. You have to test your patches in your lab, be it in Bangalore or wherever you are having those labs. You have to test those patches, and at the earliest, you have to give it to us. And that entire system of online patch management we have implemented, and then to following whatever architecture I have shown. Then, just 2 minutes I require. So then we have put the backup recovery system of our all the OT systems. We are retaining a backup of 180 days of our all the critical OT systems. If my primary system is getting failed, I am having approximately 6 hour time to take a backup, restore it, and make my system functioning in 6 hours. Then we are having other things I have covered. Yeah, one more thing which I want to mention over here: system hardening. We have put the system hardening in place. Just one small example, when I went to my Kochi refinery, I have asked one person in the panel, अरे इसका पासवर्ड क्या है? अरे आपको पता नहीं है, आप कहीं पे भी जाओ सबको पता है इसका पासवर्ड क्या, यूजर नेम पासवर्ड है इसका, यू डोंट हैव टू रिमेंबर. मैंने कहा क्यों? अरे सर यहाँ से वहाँ जाना है, इतना सारा प्लांट है, कितना पासवर्ड याद करेगा? So now we have kept both of things in. That part we have removed it. It was easy to say that we have removed it. It was a lot of resistance was there, change management, which we are talking about. People don't want to accept it. That's what we did. And more than putting all those systems in place, more effort was gone convincing the people, boss, you are not supposed to use the same thing. It is not for you, it is for the company. That part took us more amount of time building awareness to the people who are working in the shop floor, because these people are very non-tech savvy. Their job is very simple. They are coming and operating a system. Their job is very simple. मेरे को मेरा प्लान चालू करने का है. That's it. What are you doing? Your fancy items. Don't tell me IDS, IPS, dispatching. I don't understand. So that part we have done. Then final thing, what we are doing it now, which I want to talk about is OT SOC. IT is having a SOC which is working last 10 years, 10-15 years. It is matured. Now we are putting our hands on OT SOC. And it is not a POC, it is an actual implementation. The biggest problem was, in the OT world, I am the owner, BPCL. But in actual, I am not the owner. I am paying the DCS OEM every year huge amount of money. But I cannot touch the equipment, be it their firewall, their switches, or their PLCs, HMI, as per my requirement. Literally, I have to go and beg them. It was a scenario. That's a problem that the OT world is being driven by the DCS OEMs. We don't have that much flexibility to implement the security check and balance at the pace of IT. Legacy systems, then outdated, all those things are the reason. This is one of the reasons. So finally, we are doing this OT SOC where we are going to put the SIEM, NIDS, log collector. We are going to put all those things in the network, in the OT network. We are going to get all the data in the SIEM. From SIEM, we are going to analyze the data with our baseline, and then we are going to have a clear visibility of our network. The problem is that if you see IT, why IT SOC is successful? Because you are having the full visibility of your network. In the case of OT, you don't have the full visibility. You only have a baseline document which you are getting when you are implementing your plant. After that, a lot of changes are happening. Nobody is recording it. Or if you are recording it, there is no system. That's what we are going to put in place. And with the OT SOC, we are going to monitor our, we are starting with Mumbai refinery. We are going to monitor our OT network at 24/7, and I will say I am not going to stop the attack which is going to happen, but at least I will come to know if I am going to get attacked. That I can ensure. So I just end with 2 lines that digital transformation is the I can say digital transformation and cybersecurity. They're just like a husband and wife. You can't divorce it. You can't just separate it. And without cybersecurity, if you are imagining that you are going to put a lot of AI models, ML models, it is just like putting the pyramid or making a pyramid without the foundation. And if you are doing that, the pyramid will fall like a house of cards. So, cybersecurity today is not an option, it's a necessity. If we are not following it, days are gone for us. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thanks, Akash, for your very fruitful presentation.